Some asylum seekers, forced to wait in Mexico, help each other. San Luis Rio, Colorado, Mexico. A small group of asylum seekers sit under a canopy on the side of a road leading into the United States, chatting to pass the time as a blazing desert sun pushes the heat into triple digits and fumes roll in from dozens of cars lined up to cross the U.S.-Mexico border. Coming from Guatemala, Nicaragua, Mexico, Cuba, and many other countries, they're waiting in San Luis Rio, Colorado, Mexico, to seek asylum at the official border crossing just south of San Luis, Arizona. Under the canopy, surrounded by little but fencing and some stores and restaurants, they look like old friends. They have banded together. They assign people with children to early morning shifts when the heat isn't as bad. A daily collective here. Despite their bond, this group has just met. They're among roughly. President Donald Trump's administration forces asylum seekers to wait in Mexican cities before they can start the asylum process, a policy referred to as metering. As a result, don't get an interview with an asylum officer for months and face danger even after fleeing violence and poverty in their home countries. For the few who get an interview, the U.S. government still forces many to wait in Mexico while their immigration cases win through court, which can take years. The fate of those seeking asylum at the southern border is uncertain after the Trump administration this week said it was banning migrants from seeking U.S. protections if they pass through another country first. The rules have been metering and other policies that make it hard to seek asylum have led some migrants to cross the border illegally out of desperation, including Scar Alberto Martinez Ramirez and his young daughter, Valeria, who were seen in a last month after drowning in the Rio Grande. On some parts of the border, asylum seekers camp out in tents for weeks. They did in San Luis. Now, most stay in hotels or rent rooms in houses, paid for by relatives in the U.S. They rely on each other to ensure a constant presence at the border to know when U.S. officials call someone for an interview. Typically, despite the heat, San Luis Rio, Colorado is relatively safe compared with other Mexican border cities, where kidnapping and murder are rampant. It's a small place. Many migrants waiting to get to the U.S. can feel comfortable walking down the street here, said Martin Salgado, who runs a shelter in the city of less than 200,000 people. He also helps migrants at the top of the list stay at his 30-person shelter less than a 10-minute drive from the border. His mother founded Casa del Migrant La Divina Providencia now is filled with the voices of young children at play. There are a few small. Of the approximately 950 people on the waitlist here, 65% are Mexican, 20% are Cuban, and the rest are from various countries, with people from African nations increasingly passing through the city, Salgado said. On average, Montenegro, the Guatemalan, said he has been waiting for weeks to reunite with his daughters in California. The truck driver, Jessie Teleria, 32, said she fled Nicaragua because of deep political turmoil that has caused chaos and poverty. The hairstylist, Teleria, said she has been waiting to seek asylum for 3 months and expects to wait at least another month. Life in Nicaragua. Claudio Aviles, 25, of Guerrero, Mexico, was in San Luis Rio, Colorado with his wife and 2 young children for over 3 months and helped Salgado, the shelter operator, coordinate the waitlist. At the border, waitlists are managed by local shelters or asylum seekers themselves. There have been theirs. This story has been corrected to show that Jessie Teleria's last name was misspelled.
Raindrop, drop top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park pot.